The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And it's vacation time here in Vermont, and so this will be the last live stream on Twitch for about, we've no live streams next week. We figured out I'm going to do some instructional stuff and show off some things while I have time and while the wifey's doing other things, but her birthday is here again. It's the 4th of July weekend, and so it's time to spend some time with her, and so that's what we're going to do. But today, on this 30th day of June, 2022, by the way, my name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the program. This is the last of the three-game set between the Montreal Expos and the St. Louis Cardinals. When this was selected by me to play, Montreal had whittled St. Louis's lead down to 7 games. And then St. Louis had one of those stand and deliver moments on this game that we showed to go up to an 8-game lead, and the Cardinals won yesterday while we were streaming Kansas City in Toronto. So all that, it's a 9-game lead on this 18th day of August, 1985, Sunday, as we're playing this. And so the Cardinals are in a lot better shape after the first 2 games. Montreal can salvage 1 here. They really need to take 2. So that's the setup for you. And the pitching matchup is pretty good. It's Joaquin Andujar for the Cardinals. He's looking for his 16th win of the year versus Joe Hesketh of the Expos. And so that's it. I'm on vacation after this, and I tape Digital Dice with Dave and do a video. But really, at some point I'll be on vacation, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985. Today, from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, it's the St. Louis Cardinals and Montreal Expos. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So it is Joaquin Andujar on the hill for St. Louis. Andujar 15-9 with an earned run average of .301, making start number 28 on the year. So including today, 10 left for him. He's 33 years old, a standard pitcher, fastball pitcher at 83. Against the Expos, he's not faced the Expos this year. He does have 7 combined starts against the Mets and the Dodgers. His last start was 5 days ago against the Pirates in a loss, which he did not take. In Pittsburgh's 5-3 victory over St. Louis, he went 7 innings, 109 pitches, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. So in 206 innings in a third, he's allowed 190 hits, 78 runs, 69 earned, 14 homers, 62 walks, 83 strikeouts, and again a 15-9 record and an earned run average of .301. This will be the lineup he'll face. Tim Raines is in left field. He'll lead off. How you doing, Mark? Mr. Law is at second, and he'll bat second. Andre Dawson goes third and right. Hubie Brooks cleans up at short. Terry Francona at first, bats fifth. Tim Wallach in the lineup today. He'll play third and bat sixth. Herm Winningham in center will bat seventh. No Mike Fitzgerald again. It's Sal Butera behind the plate. He'll bat eighth. And Joe Hesketh on the mound will go ninth. Defensively for the Cardinals, it is Vince Coleman in left. He's a 5 and an 8. Hot Tub Girl is on vacation as well, Todd says, scrubbing out the hot tub for maintenance. You know who did a video? Oh, it's Matt. I'm sorry. Dave did a clean the tub video too, except for he was dressed. Andy Van Slyke is a 4 and a 9 in the center. Tino Landrum a 4 and a 4 in right. Terry Pendleton a 9 at third. Ozzie Smith a 9 at short. Tommy Herr a 5 at second. Jack Clark is a 6 at first. Tom Nieto behind the plate, not Darrell Porter. He's a 5 and a 7. And Andujar 7 on the mound. with an .898 fielding percentage. And Timmy Raine steps in at .305. 5 homers, 5 triples, and 39 RBI. Les Expos are playing game 117. The Cardinals are playing game 115. And we are playing our last game before a week off. Infield is at the corners. Rain swings. Pendleton's there. Throws to first. And Timmy is out by an eyelash. So 1 out. Beautiful sunny day here in St. Louis on Sunday the 18th. 83 degrees. The skies are clear. The wind blowing in from right at 6. Here's Vance Law, 263. 10 homers and 42 RBI. Law into left center. Vance Like rides the Schwinn. 1 out. I would think that for most of the target audience of those hot tub videos, that they're on vacation with mom and dad. Why dad's credit card or mom's credit card is $40 in charges for Twitch, I don't know. But it's there. And the kid has a smile of seeing a cute girl with stretched out clothing write his name in magic marker on her indoor pool toy. And that's the type of stuff you will hear in a Fortnite stream. Here's Andre Dawson. 239, 16 homers, and 60 RBI. Andre will ground this one to Ozzie, and Ozzie Smith is going to make an error. God bless America. That's right. The land of the free and the home of the Lycra. So Andre reaches on a rare error by the Wizard. Oh, Ari, don't do that. So here's Hubie Brooks. Hubie at 273, 10 homers and 45 RBI. 2 out, top the first. Expos trying to salvage something, and Hubie Brooks gets hit. Andahar says something. Hubie got hit in the leg. Hubie says something. And they're just setting it up for Terry Francona at 250. A homer and 25 RBI. Thursday afternoon baseball. Remember, no live streams next week. But we will have about, I think there's 6 weeks left in the season. We're almost into September. No, Ron, it's the 30th of June. No, we're almost into September. Francona smashes this one past Clark into right field. Dawson will do what? Will he round third? He will round third. Landrum's up with it. Gonna try for Hubie at third. And Hubie is safe. So Brooks at third, the run scores. Francona has an RBI, and the Expos lead 1-0. Yeah, Montreal has really overachieved in this replay at 65 and 51. But because St. Louis has beaten them the last 2 days, the lead now is back to 9 games. Here's Wallach, 281, 22 homers, 73 RBI. Andahar delivers. Into left field, Coleman runs over into foul territory, but will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run for the Expos, a hit and an error that leave on 2. Half an inning down, 1-0 Expos. Todd B just got done trudging his way through a 178 Mets win over the 81 Reds. There's Ugly, there's Bud Ugly, and there's Phyllis Diller Ugly, and that qualifies as Phyllis Diller Ugly. Only highlight was an inside the park homer by Dave Collins. Joe Hesketh looking for win number 12. That's the good news for Montreal. The bad news is he's only got 1 start left after this. He is 11-9 with an earned run average of .212. He's 26 years old, a fastball pitcher at 90 and a fly ball pitcher. Although his numbers against the Cardinals aren't terrible, this will be his third start. He hasn't beaten them yet. 14 and a third, 12 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 10. He is 0-2 with a 3.77 earned run average against St. Louis. His last start was against the Cubs at Wrigley. He was on the wrong end of a 1-0 game, but that run didn't come off of him, so a no decision. 6 and a third for Joe, 108 pitches, 5 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. On the 8th of August, my wedding anniversary, by the way, he 5-hit the Mets in a 5-0 win. So Hesketh, 152 innings, 111 hits, 48 runs, 46 earned, 8 home runs. He has walked 44 while striking out 123. And we said 11-9 with an ERA of 2.72. Vince Coleman leads off for St. Louis. There are 5 switch hitters in this lineup. And one of the reasons why the Cardinals were so good is because they loaded up on switch hitters, just like you do at Golden Corral on the roast beef. Ozzie Smith will bat second. That's rare. At short. Tommy Herr at second goes third. Jack Clark doing the cross-wits at first, batting fourth. Tito Landrum right will go fifth. Terry Pendleton at third, bat sixth. Andy Van Slyke in center, the lone lefty to face Hesketh, will go seventh. Tom Nieto behind the plate eighth, and Andujar, who threw 28 pitches in his half of the first, bats ninth. 79 Expos. I really aren't not that familiar with them. I know they pushed the Pirates down to the last weekend, but I'm not sure how good their pitching actually is. 78 Mets are ahead of them. What kind of greenies did you give the 78 Mets? Timmy Raines is a 5 and a 9 and left, by the way, as we set the Expo defense. Herm Winningham is a 6 and a 5 in center. Andre Dawson is a 7 and a 7 in right. Tim Wallach a 9 at third. Hubie Brooks a 4 at short. Vance Law a 5 at second. Terry Francona a 4 at first. Sal Butera 7 and a 4 behind the plate. And Hesketh is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Vince Coleman at 267. A homer and 29 RBI, 73 stolen bases. He squares, drops out one foul down the first base line. Actually, it kept fair. Francona picked it up and threw it in the outfield. So both teams have committed an error. It looked foul to me, but Francona trying to chuck it to Waugh, covering the bag, and Francona misplaying pickle. So Coleman with the 73 steals on first. Ozzie Smith, 263, 3 homers, and 58 RBI. Cardinals play hit and run. Smith swings, ground ball to first. Francona underhands it to Hesketh. Coleman moves on to second. And there's one out. For her, Tommy at 314. 3 homers and 71 RBI. When we come back from vacation, it's a run right through the playoffs in the World Series. Can you imagine doing all these regular season games? I mean, we've been doing this since January. And not play the playoffs? Here's her. Todd's wife chose the 78 Mets because Lee Mazzilli is so dreamy. How you doing, Mike from the truck? By the way, look for Pro Football Strategy 2023 come this fall. Her struck out. He got him looking on an 0-2 fastball. So 2 out for Clark. Jack at 274, 19 homers, and 77 RBI. So Mike enjoying the Blue Plate Special, whatever that is today. I hope that's not a salad. It's a diner. Clark's gone. He struck out. Got him on the inside part of the plate, and that's the inning. Cardinals, no runs, no hits in the air, does not hurt. After 1-0 Montreal. So Winningham, Butera, and Hesketh to face Andujar here in the second. Herm at 252, 4 homers, and 21 RBI. And Winningham draws the walk. So the fastball, or the curveball, missed inside on a 3-0. Here's Butera. Sal at 246, 2 homers, and 4 RBI. What are we doing on vacation? Well, the wife has a birthday, so fireworks and company and food out. We don't ever go anywhere. She can't drive, and neither can I. So just kind of taking it easy for a week. We'll get some stuff up on tape, so if you're watching on YouTube, you'll have content. But Twitch will go dark until she's sick of me. And Butera draws the walk. So Andujar has walked 2 in the inning. And so Joaquin has thrown 8 straight out of the zone. Here's Hesketh, 133 and 27 strikeouts. And 45 at-bats. Clark and Pendleton play for the bunt. Nobody out. First and second for Montreal. Top the second. 1-0 Expos. Well, she'd thank you, but she's smart enough not to watch my stuff. Hesketh squares. Clark will let it roll foul, and so Joe will have to swing now on an 0-2. And just in case you think I get to forget when my wife has a birthday, it's July 4th. I can't tell you because I'm not sure how much she can actually hear in here. She usually ignores me. Again, just like a wife should. First and second, Hesketh strikes out. Andujar got him on a 0-2 fastball. A new baseball sim. Actually, I'm taking advantage of the hockey sale or hockey PC game sale at Strat to pick that up tomorrow. So yeah, she's getting the new old version of Strat Hockey. She'll be thrilled. She can replay the 21 Stanley Cup final between Montreal and Tampa Bay to her heart's content. Andujar is opening 9 on an inning and she'll love it for sure. Inning and a third for Joaquin, 39 pitches, a hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Did you make, speaking of presents for the wife, did you get the chance to make her dad's sausage recipe? Timmy's 0 for 1. And he's walked him loaded. It's a thought that counts. I'll tell her that. So a 3-1 high and outside, and Andujar has loaded him up here for Vance Law, who's 0 for 1. So Winningham on third, Butera with no speed on second, and Raines with afterburners on first. And he walks home Law. And so Winningham makes it 2-0, and Andujar can't buy a strike. You're working, Todd? In general terms, what do you do that you have to work the weekend? Dawson scored in the first. He's 0 for 1. I believe he reached on the air, right? Yeah, reached on the air by Francona. He does have 1 grand slam. And Andujar got him on a 1-2 that Dawson chased out of the zone. So if Andujar, who's walked 4 in the inning, can get out of this with just a 1 run, that would be amazing. Here's Hubie Brooks. Hubie got hit by a pitch. Oh, you'll love it at Levitt's. People need to purchase furniture for all occasions. You can't all just go on the Price is Right and win armoires and bedroom sets. Pitch to Brooks. Fly ball, right center field, and Andujar is going to get out of this with just a run. How about that? Landra makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So, the Expos leave on 3. 1 run, no hits and no errors. After an inning and a half, 2-0, but the Expos have left on 5. That's downright Boston Red Soxian for them. Here's Landrum, Pendleton, and Van Slyke. Tito at .317, 4 homers, and 23 RBI. Got him. He swings and misses at the 2-2 fastball. 1 out for Terry Pendleton. Terry at .212, no homers, and 40 RBI. I can say this publicly because Mike from the Truck talked about this on Facebook. The graphics have been kind of redone for Pro Strategy Football 2023, including skin tone. And so they're in the process of updating that information for everyone who's played since 1940. How about that? Pitch to Terry. Ground ball to third. Wallach over to Francona. And that's an out. So 2 out for Van Slyke. Andy at .260, 5 homers and 38 RBI. Is your store closed on Monday, or are you working the holiday as well, Todd? Yeah, it's a pickup around Labor Day. That's exactly when she'd wanted, too. A new football sim for her. And she can graphically replay the Rams beating up on the Bengals offensive line. I hope Joe Burrow got some linemen for Christmas. Pitch to Van Slyke. Struck him out. So Hesketh has a good inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third, 2-0 Montreal. So Francona, Wallach, and Winningham here. Terry singled and drove in a run. Andujar starts the frame. Strike 3. So an 0-2 fastball outside. 1 out. Brings up Wallach, who's 0 for 1. Next live stream, July 12th. Unless we go that weekend. You never know. Fly ball left field. Coleman makes the catch. If you're not part of the Retro Sports Network Facebook group, you should be. And then you can find out when I'll go live again. So just look up Retro Sports Network, all one word, on Facebook groups. And you can join the 72 members. Here's Winningham. Herm walked and scored. Andujar walked 4 in the second, and Winningham was the only one that did the deed. Center field. Van Slyke makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Expos go quietly in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom 3. Montreal 2. St. Louis nothing. So Nieto, Andujar, and Coleman here in the third. Tom at 197, no homers, and 19 RBI. Hesketh winds and deals. Line drive to Law, and he leaps to make a good play. 1 out. And that'll bring up Andujar at 0.87 and 2 RBI. 6 for 69 on the replay. Struck him out. So Hesketh got him looking on a fastball inside on a 2-2. So Joe's opening 9, 38 pitches, 2 2/3, and 5 strikeouts. Coleman is 0 for 1. He tried to bunt his way on and couldn't. To third, Wallach has to hurry, and Coleman is going to be out. Wallach has a howitzer, and it showed there. That was a bang-banger, and the Expos won that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the fourth, Montreal 2, Cards nothing. So Butera, Hesketh, and Raines to face Andujar here in the fourth, and he's already more than halfway through his pitch count. Sal walked in the second. He swings and hits a ground ball past Ozzie Smith for a single. So the Expos have their second hit. Cardinals play for the bunt. Hesketh struck out his first time up. He couldn't get the bunt down. He does this time. Nieto goes to her covering the bag at first. She'll run out, and Butera, who has the speed of a glider on the ground, moves to second. So opening 18 for Andahar, 75 pitches, 3 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Raines is 0 for 1 with a walk. If for those of you looking that might want to upgrade Baseball Mogul, by the way, today's the last day of their 50% off sale. Raines into left. Coleman moves over, and someone from St. Louis made that catch, but it wasn't Vince Coleman. 1-2 the count. Andujar's pitch. Raines slaps out one to her. Tommy throws to first, and Tim's retired. Butera to third. 2 out for Law. Lance walked and walked home a run, so he's 0 for 1 with his 43rd RBI. Struck him out, so Andujar has recovered from the yips. Got him on the outside corner looking. No runs, 1 hit. They leave on a runner. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Expos. So here are the standings as we go into vacation. The Dodgers by 14.5. The Astros have won 7 of 10. It's not like Houston hasn't done their part. But L.A. has the best record in baseball by 1 game. The Cardinals have struggled as of late, but they've won 2 straight. The Mets finally found the right side of the compass. They've won 7 straight and 8 of 10, but they have gained 4 games on the Cardinals. So they've cut the lead from 17 to 13. That's not going to get it done. In the American League West, California has cut the Royals' margin to 2.5, and that's going to be nip and tuck all the way. Chicago and Oakland are still in it with a shout, although Oakland has dropped their last 7 and 8 of 10. In the American League East, the Yankees are playing 500 ball. The Blue Jays have found the right time to get hot. They're now over 600, 8 of 10 and at 70 and 46. It's a 3-game bulge over Boston and a 6-game lead over the Yankees. I was trying to do a video last night, did not come out, so you won't see it. Phil Niekro's ERA is almost a run off his real-life number, but yet he's going to have several chances to win 300. Ozzie Smith, by the way, is 0 for 1. Oh! I love the name, though. That sounds like one of my followers. But you get banned. Pitch to Ozzie. He swings. A ground ball to Brooks. Hubie over in the hole. That has to be a bod. You really think coming into someone playing a baseball game from 1985 is going to want to buy followers and that? Do you really think that the average person who watches Twitch is going to care about this sort of thing? Here's her. Tommy struck out his first time up. Brooks on the pit, by the bag at second, throws to first. And there's 2 out for Jack Clark, who struck out his first time up. Joe Hesketh throwing a pretty good ball game with 2 outs here in the 4th. He has struck out 5. First hit for St. Louis is right there, so Clark punches one into left center. Raines with a late jump couldn't get there. 2 out for Landrum. Tito struck out his first time up. And he walked. So now there's runners on first and second. The tying run is on first for Terry Pendleton, who was due to hit a home run at some point this year. He hit 5 in real life, but doesn't have any on the replay. In the shallow left, rain's coming in, and that will retire the side. So the Cardinals put some runners on finally. No runs, a hit. They leave on 2. After 4, it's 2-0 Montreal. So we go to the 5th. Andujar is only allowed 2 hits. Andre Dawson struck out and scored. Reached on an error in the 1st. Base hit left center. That's to the alley. Van Slyke with a bad jump. And Dawson is in the 2nd with a stand-up double. His 14th two-bagger of the year. And that'll bring up Hubie Brooks. Hubie is 0 for 1. Now 88 degrees here on the turf in St. Louis. I'm surprised that the Cardinals, especially after that turf started to cook, didn't play more weekend night games. Can you imagine being on that field? It's a football field too. I can't imagine that field smelled good. Can you? That in Philadelphia, it's baking. 88 degrees now. Hubie's 0 for 1. And he walked him. So he's still 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Here's Francona. Terry 1 for 2. Single. Drove him a run and struck out. First and second. Nobody out here in the 5th. In the left field, Coleman moving over in the alley and will make the catch. Dawson tags and will hold. Coleman's got a good arm. So 1 out for Wallach. Tim is 0 for 2. I mean, you're roasting in the sun. It is bloody hot. You're playing on a surface that kind of melts on your shoes. And you play 2 sports on it, which is why you got it. And being August 18th and a cookie cutter stadium, you're thinking the football Cardinals have done some preseason games on it already. Pitch to Wallach. Tim swings. That's up the box. Andujar might get 2 out of the deal. He's going to try for Wallach, and he couldn't get 2, but he did get the runner at first. So 2 out. Runners move up 90. Here's Winningham. Herm is 0 for 1. He has walked and scored. So 2nd and 3rd, 2-0 Montreal. 2 outs here in the 5th. Pitch to Herm. Ground ball to Ozzie. No error this time around. He knows how to play it. Throws it from deep in the hole, and that will retire the side. All right. So for the last time before vacation, halfway home on a Thursday, no runs, a hit, they leave on a runner. Montreal is left on 8. Halfway, 2-0 Expos. Join us later. Here's how we got here. Terry Francona singled home Andre Dawson in the 1st. Make it 1-0. And the second, Joaquin Andujar loaded the bases via the walk, and one of them scored a run. Vance Law walked to score Whittingham, and then that was it. Joaquin Andujar rubbing his lucky rabbit's foot, 2-3-1 for the Expos. And Joe Hesketh is throwing a one-hitter through 4. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. Andujar, 3-hitter through 5, 2-1 on the run count. He's walked 5 and struck out 4. Does Deshaun Watson know humping bunny? Well, when you have Deshaun Watson's money, you could buy followers and such. Van Slyke, Nieto, and Andujar, who's going to at least start the 6th. Andy is struck out. He's 0 for 1. Right back to Hesketh. Patrick Waugh approves. 1 out. I was about to say, the chat being awful quiet today, that the last thing I see is that I banned Humping Bunny. I did get a laugh out of the name, though. Usually it's Grabovitz in a whole run of numbers. Nieto is 0 for 1. Tom swings, popped up, left side, Brooks. Hubie on the outfield part of the turf, 2 out. Andujar, again, who'll bat. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. You had to go get the mail. No, I mean, there's not a big crowd here today. And Andujar strikes out. So Hesketh is just throwing an absolute gem. We go to the 6th. 2-0 Expos. So Butera, Hesketh, and Raines. Sal singled and walked. He's 1 for 1. And Sal bounds that one to Ozzie, very deep in the hole, over to first for the out. So Smith makes up for his earlier error. Hesketh struck out his first time up, and then got the sac bunt down. So he's 0 for 1. Got a swing this time, and Andujar punched him out on a 1-2 fastball. 2 out. So at Joaquin, look at the right column, Ron. 109 pitches is for his first 27 batters. 5 2/3, 3 hits, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Raines is 0 for 2. Opposite way in the left. Coleman coming in to make the catch to retire the side. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom 6, 2-0 Expos. So Coleman is 0 for 2. Joe's opening 18. And you're doing pretty well when we get to the 6th inning and you've only faced 18 batters. 80 pitches, 5 hits, or 5 innings, a hit, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Coleman strikes out, a 2-2 curve on the inside corner. That's 7 for Joe. His season high is 11 against the Astros on May 13th. He does have 1 complete game. He had 2 on the real year. Here's the Wizard. Ozzie's 0 for 2. Hesketh winds and deals. Ground ball to his counterpart, Hubie Brooks, over to Francona. He looks determined. Yes. 2 out. Then again, have you ever seen a pitcher that didn't look like he was trying to pass a bowling ball in the middle of his delivery? Not necessarily on the back of the wind. I mean, Fernando always looks skyward. And Joe Garagiola said about Louis Tion at some point, Louis is going to make eye contact with everyone at Fenway Park. Tommy Hurd is 0 for 2 in the strikeout. 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And Hurd draws the walk. So I wonder what Mike in the truck had at the diner. Actually had a sausage and egg sandwich. Pickle Rick is in the house. All right, first down. Jack Clark is 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. The lone hit for the Cardinals. throw to first, and her isn't going anywhere. Now he might. Yeah, 96% we're going. Butera throws down to Law, and Tommy has his 27th steal of the year. So 2 out, runner in scoring position now for Clark. You can't hear anything. That's on you because Todd B got it right. Right, Todd, you can hear me? Pitch to Clark. Into left. Raines turns and watches it go. And this game is tied at 2. Never mind. So Jack Clark, with his 20th of the year, in the left center, you hear perfectly what you want to. Hi, Mrs. Todd B. So here it is again. The Expo lead is gone. As Raines, there wasn't anything he could do. That was not 334 feet. That is above where I want to say football seating would be rolled out. But it's 2-2 on Clark's 20th of the year. Here's Landrum. In fact, Jack Clark has both of St. Louis's hits. Tito Landrum has walked and struck out. He's 1 for 1. Hesketh deals. Got him. So he got him looking, and that'll retire the side. But Jack Clark spins the wheel of fortune, hits a 2-run homer. And we go to the 7th. It's the Expos 2, the Cardinals 2. So Andujar now pretty much... I did, Tom. We'll talk about that in a second. Andujar pretty much on fumes to face Law, Dawson, and Brooks. Vance is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out and driven in a run. Into right, Landrum. Tito's there, 1 out. Our friend Gilles Thibault joins our friend Steve Festivus and Appa Chatter, same person, to be inducted into the Appa Hall of Fame. That happened at the convention last weekend in the Atlanta area. An honor well deserved. Thibault's videos are instructional, and I believe he's the one that introduced football at the convention. And so a tremendous asset to the APA community is Mr. Thibault. And so congratulations to him for making the Hall of Fame. Well, you know, I hate to be the one that would sort through his collection, but so he'd be the first one to get into a Hall of Fame and have an episode of Hoarders. Is that what you're saying, Dave? Andre Dawson is 1 for 3, a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. In the left, Coleman moving over. Vince is going to make the catch. 2 out. Up against the sidewall there for Hubie Brooks. Hubie hit by a pitch, walked, and is 0 for 1. Right back to Andujar, over to Clark, and it's stretch time. 2-2. So it'll be Pendleton, Vance, Nieto, and if any of these three reach, Andujar's spot. Terry is 0 for 2. Hesketh now in 103 pitches as we start the bottom of the 7th. Left center we go. Winningham moves over. 1 out. Brings up Van Slyke. Thumper is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. think it's nice when companies do the Hall of Fame thing. There are plenty of times, pitch to Van Slyke, popped up right side, that you really do feel like you're all alone in this. I mean, there are some fathers that pass this along to sons and grandsons, but pretty much we're all on our own island here. And to know that not only that, you've made a contribution to your community, in this sense the gaming community, Nieto, by the way, 0 for 2, but that the company recognizes what you've done for them, I think that's a very special honor to have. And so again, Appa Chatter, who I haven't seen in a while, I know he's all right because I see him on YouTube, and of course Tebow, deserved, well deserved. Pitch to Nieto. There's a ground ball base hit, and that's exactly what the Cardinals want because they can pinch hit. Well, we're going to have pinch hitters everywhere. Bert Roberts is coming in for a Hesketh. We'll start with that pitching change. This game coming to you from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. So let's tell you about Bert Roberts. He's making his 29th appearance of the year. 31 years old. Fastball pitcher. Standard pitcher, not Chevron, at 85. Against the Cardinals, 5 appearances, 5 2/3, 2 hits. It's now a double switch, so Roberts goes in the 9 spot. A run, it was earned. Walked 2, struck out 3. He pitched Friday 3 innings against these Cardinals in an 8-1 loss. Wasn't his fault, however. 3 innings, 34 pitches, a hit, a run, it was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Overall, Roberts, 33 innings, 20 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned, a homer. Well, has walked 11, struck out 13. So 1-0 with the save, and an earned run average of 191. So, who can hit a righty? And the answer? Willie McGee at 373. 10 triples, 10 homers, 62 RBI. Good afternoon, Big Dave, 1174. 2 out, runner on first. And it would be if Van Slyke would get replaced, I would think. Roberts deals. McGee strikes out. That was worth it. No runs, a hit. The Cardinals leave on a runner. We go to the 8th. It is 2-2. So a double switch coming. McGee, an 8 and a 7, stays in the game in the 9 hole. And will play center. On the mound is going to be two innings. It's lefty. It's Ken Daly. Daly 6-1 with 5 saves and an earned run average of 109, making his 30th appearance of the year. 26 years old, a ground ball pitcher. Fastball tops out at 93. Expos, well, they've gotten 1 hit off him, and that's about it. So he's only faced 1 batter. It wasn't last night, was it? He hasn't pitched since the 15th. He faced 1 batter and struck out a Pittsburgh Pirate. Overall, 33 innings, 27 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. The 1 homer came against the Dodgers on July 18th. He is controlled a spare. He has walked 2 while striking out 33. So nobody out here in the 8th. Francona 1 for 3. Terry has a single, a strikeout, and an RBI. And Jim Wolford will pinch hit. Computer may have backfired there. Wolford hitting 210 with 12 RBI as a pinch hitter hitting 111. If you are looking for as-played lineups for the 1910s and 1920s, you can pre-order them now for Action PC. All those transactions are there. Pitch to Wolford. Ground ball to Ozzie over to first for the out. They're not going to pinch hit for Timmy Wallach here. 2-7. Oh, it's over 3. Up the box. In comes Ozzie. Snap throw to first is not in time. Daly honestly should have knocked that down. I know Ozzie's good and all that, but that's the pitcher's ball. So that's an infield single, 4th hit for the Expos. Here's Winningham at the moment. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He stays in the game and strikes out. So the fastball swung on and missed, 2 out. For Sal Butera, who was 1 for 2, he has singled and walked. Daly deals. All right, back to Ken. Kenny throws to Clark on first, and that will retire the side. Expos leave a runner on. No runs, a hit, no errors. Roberts coming out to pitch the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 the score. So Coleman is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Smith and her to follow. In the left center, Winningham rides the Schwinn. Has it for the out, 1 away. Ozzie Smith is 0 for 3. Expos win, the lead is 8. In the East, Cardinals win, it's 10. And St. Louis would have swept Montreal in St. Louis. Ground ball up the middle. Lob on front of the bag. At second over to Scott Thompson, who's a 1 at first. So Francona replaced by Thompson. And I'm sure they're going to pinch hit for Roberts here. Once we get to the top of the 9th. Tommy Herr, because there's 2 out in the 8th, is 0 for 2. With a walk, a run scored, a strikeout, and his 27th stolen base. To Roberts. Over to first, and that will retire the side. Now they'll pinch hit for Bert. He did well. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9th in a 2-2 ball game. So Mitch Webster will pinch hit. Mitch is a pinch hitter, 222 with 2 RBI. Overall, 280. I didn't realize that Webster came from the Blue Jays. Really? 284, 5 homers, and 24 RBI. Oh, Canada. Daly starts the 9th with a fly ball in the corner of left. Back goes Coleman. Way back there, and it is foul. No, it's fair. It's fair. Mitch Webster has hit a pinch hit home run. And the Expos go up 3-2. I thought that was foul. The Cardinals think the play was foul. That looked like a foul ball. But there's no replay. Watch it here. The wind is blowing hard out to right center, and that hooked around the pole. So Mitch Webster has the Cardinal fans putting away the bush and reaching for the Maldito. So Jeff Reardon starts to loosen for the Expos. Timmy Raines is 0 for 3 with a walk. That's only the 5th hit for Montreal in this game. Got him. He swung on and missed a curve on a 1-2. So Daly is looking at his second loss of the year. This was not a save situation for Kim. Here's Vance. Vance is 0 for 3. Law has walked, struck out, and driven in a run. Chopper to third. Pendleton to Clark for the out. So Andre Dawson, 1 for 4. Struck out, doubled, and scored. So Mitch Webster A pinch hit home run in the ninth might have just given the Expos this game. Dawson swings. Tommy Herr behind the bag. Over to Clark, and that will retire the side. So Razor Shines will play first. Doesn't that sound like a wrestler's name? And as expected, Jeff Reardon coming in, looking for save number 29. So Shines is a 5 at first. He's a sharp fellow. How in the world is that bullying? That got flagged as a bullying term. You have got to be kidding me. Anyway, we've allowed it, Todd. You're fine. Jeff Reardon looking for save 29. He has slammed the door 28 out of 31 times for a save percentage of 90.3, which would make NHL goalies of the area rather envious. 55th appearance, he is 5-2 with 28 saves and an earned run average of 137. He is 30 years old. Ground ball plus pitcher and a fastball pitcher. Yeah, those jokes and puns are bad, but oh my goodness. I'm going to get Humping Bunny back. Against the Cardinals, 4 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, but none earned. Wow. He's only allowed 10 earned runs, and 9 of those were to the Phillies. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. That's some bad luck. You give up 6 unearned runs. He hasn't pitched in 9 days. His last game was the 9th against the Pirates. Didn't pick up a save, 2 innings and a 5-4 win. 26 pitches, 2 hits, and a walk and a strikeout. So overall, Reardon 65 2/3, 41 hits, 16 runs, 10 earned, 1 home run, 22 walks, and 51 strikeouts. He faces Jack Clark, who has been the Cardinal offense today. Had a 2-run shot in the 6th. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout. So Clark, 20 homers and 79 RBI. I'm not okay with it. He got banned. But yes, Humping Bunny leaves Nuggets behind. But the auto mod doesn't care about that. But you say a sharp fellow, and by God, the computer is all over that. Like fragrancy on a pile of bovine stuff. Pitch to Clark. Line drive to Wallach, 1 out. So the Cardinals need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Here's Landrum. Tito has struck out twice and walked. He's 0 for 2. Reardon winds and deals. Ground ball the law. He'll underhand it to Shines, whose razor-sharp wit stays on the bag, and that's the last chance saloon for the Cardinals. Here's Terry Pendleton. If he can reach, it's a pinch hitter for sure. Terry is 0 for 3. Reardon delivers, and this game is going to go on. That's a ground ball past Law into right center. So 2 out for Ivan De Jesus. Last chance saloon for St. Louis. That's only their 4th hit. As a pinch hitter, he's hitting 143 with an RBI. Overall, 204 with 3 RBI. You're not going to hit and run here. You got to be careful. You're down to your last out. Reardon throws to first, and Pendleton is back. Turning point of the season would have been, I would think, for Montreal if they had actually won this series. Regardless of what happens today, it's still, they lost a game to St. Louis, and they're running out of real estate. This is their 12th meeting, so they will play 6 more times. But Montreal cannot now win these games and take over for St. Louis. They're going to need some help. Add to the fact that at the Big O, the Cardinals are 5-1. here at Busch, they'd be even. So if Montreal does get the next out, St. Louis leads in the season series 8-4. They wanted Friday's game. I think they needed Todd to win the first game in the series that we did. But St. Louis made one of those stand and deliver games. 2 out, pitch to Jesus, and the Expos are going to win this if Herm Winningham can make the catch. They do, and they salvage something out of the weekend. But it really, I don't think, is enough. They'll win this one 3-2. 3 runs, 5 hits, an error for Montreal, 66-51. They left on 9. And Ozzie Smith, by the way, made his 11th error. Cardinals 2 runs, 4 hits, an error. And they left on 5. St. Louis drops to 73-42. Montreal 66-51. So Andujar's great effort wasted. He had minus stuff, by the way. Ken Daly just left 1 pitch hanging to Mitch Webster, of all people. 2 innings, 2 hits, a run. It was earned, a home run, and 2 strikeouts. So Bert Roberts goes to 2-0. Joe Hesketh pitched well enough to get the win. And Jeff Reardon gave up the hit, and that was it. So the Expos get 1. But they really needed 2. It's 8. It's not impossible. It was a good game. But I think, Todd, if they had won the first game of the series and this, they would have gained a game. Instead, they go to St. Louis and they lose a game in the standings. All right, before we go away, and you can all sing, I can't think of his name. Never mind. Every time you turn away, you take a piece of me with you. Anyway, here we go. Last games before vacation. Pirates stun the Mets 10-6. Don Robinson goes to 7-3. Christine Aguilera goes to 3-6. Jason Thompson 2 for 3, and she rubbed her genie in the bottle and doubled twice. Blue Jays, that's a big one for them. They beat the Royals 3-1. Tom Filer goes to 4-0. Mark Gubiza 6-7. Jim Acker gets the save. Come on, go back. Detroit, behind a 4-hitter from Dan Petrie, beats Cleveland 7-1. Dan goes to 16-8. Romero falls to 1-6. Alan Trammell 2 for 4, his 12th of the year, and drives in 3. Red Sox take 2 out of 3 at the stadium, 7-4. Steve Crawford goes to 4-4. Phil Niekro, his ERA is pushing 5, by the way. He's 11-10. Marty Barrett is 3rd of the year, 1 for 3 with a stolen base. Twins beat Seattle 8-5. How? Is that Steve? Goes to 1-0, and Ed Vandenberg, throw it back, 1-5. Al Cowens 3 for 4, his 8th of the year, and drives in 2. Phillies beat the Cubs 4-1 at Wrigley. Charlie Hudson 4-11. Lee Smith falls to 2-6, and Von Hayes 2 for 4, his 8th of the year. The Shy Sox beat Milwaukee 4-1. Britt Burns goes to 9-8. Pete Vukovich trying out for Major League 3-11, and Dave Little is 3 for 3 with a double. California commits 4 errors but still beats the A's 7-6. Ron Romanek goes to 11-7. Tommy John 0-4. Dwayne Murphy 2 for 5, his 19th of the year. Cesar Romero, the Penguin. Dwayne drives in 2. Where's Steeler fan here? San Francisco beat LA 3-2. Greg Minton beats Jay Howell. Minton 2-6. Howell 2-7. Scott Garrelts his 12th save. But no ground is gained by the Astros as the Reds beat Houston 5-3 at the Dome. Ron Robinson, and that's with 2 ends, by the way, 7-4. Calhoun 3-3. Terry Pull 4 for 5, 2 doubles and a stolen base. Double header between the Padres and the Braves because you still have to play all 162. And the Padres swept 3-2 in the opener. Lefferts beats Bedrosian. Bob Horner 4 for 4 with a double. Lefford's 3-6. Bedrosian falls to 5-14. In the nightcap, Lamar Hoyt beat Craig McMurtry 7-1. Hoyt 11-12. McMurtry 1-1. Claudel Washington, his 13th of the year. Thank you so much, guys. And so as we head off to vacation land, the standings, Montreal, St. Louis by 8 over Montreal. The Dodgers 14.5 over Houston. Toronto by 3 over the surprising Red Sox. And California has cut Kansas City's margin to 1.5 games. The only reason why Kansas City's in first place is because they have 3 games in hand. So when we get back, if we do something next weekend, it won't be baseball. You get the Angels and the Yankees. Da-da. The second game will be the Expos and the Dodgers. Da-da. And the third one out of the chute from California, the Tigers and the Angels. So that is how we're going to come back. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 weeks left, because the regular season ends, and you can tell we've already picked out a game. 7 weeks left when we come back, and then we go nightly for the playoffs. So 7 weeks left to go, and then we'll get into some fall programming for you. So the season ends October 6th. Only you would think that 14.5 games in the latter stage of August is too close. All right. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. You'll see me over vacation, but it just won't be live. So look out for stuff on YouTube. Until then, be safe, everybody. Don't play with fireworks, please, in your hand. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.